What's up YouTubers, it's time for another episode analyze and review, and today guys we're going to be looking at episode 12 of Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS. And honestly guys, this episode, this was well worth the week's wait. I know it may seem small for a week, but literally it feels like it's longer and longer every day when I wait for this new episode. But honestly, I love this episode. It has a huge amount of character development. It has epic duels, lovely effects, and just, it's just beautiful. There's just one thing that really makes me upset with this episode, guys, and I'm pretty sure you all will know what it is. The previously on Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS is back. Why? Why? Wait, what did I just blow my nose on? Oh, it's just a code card. I'm pretty sure I gave this away, guys. I'm pretty sure I gave this code away. You guys can tell me. I'm not gonna touch that for a while. Why, Yu-Gi-Oh? Why? Why Konami? Why do you just make us suffer through this previously? Why? Of everything you could put, we've had one episode so far, two if you count the first episode. Well, we didn't have this previously. Why do you give us that? We don't need it. Seriously, do you really think we'll forget what happened in the last episode? Most of us have probably recorded it, downloaded it, constantly watched it since last time. We don't need to see it. Anyway, now that I stop crying, guys, I have actually stopped crying. Don't look at me like that. I have.
6.5 hours later.
Anyway, guys, let's get on with the duel, as we only have 2 turns with this episode. We've got Revolver's main phase 2 and Playermaker's turn, which, as we all probably guessed, ended the entire duel. With Revolver setting up his turn and Playermaker shooting our Firewall Dragons on Revolver's main phase 2 to try and make it a little more easier for him. Revolver's instead counter-backed and Playermaker of course defended. Afterwards, I've now just confused myself somehow. Afterwards, Revolver then finished setting up his field and then entered Playermaker's turn with only Firewall Dragon and Encoder Talker on the field. No set cards, nothing in his hand. It's time for a protagonist moment, where he draws the final card that he needs to turn it around, like in every other episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! But, of course, he not only just uses one card to turn things around, he uses so many at once, it's nearly impossible to keep track. You just get that sunk into the moment. He first uses the card that he drew, Battle Buffer, which not only protects his link monsters by neutralizing all monster effects on the opponent's side of the field if 2 link monsters are linked together, arrow-wise if 2 arrows are pointing to each other on the card, but also increases all link monsters' attack points on his side of the field by 700 per counter on this card, which I believe is like per battle that's happened with a link monster. He also uses Recode Talker to bring back, not Recode Talker, sorry, I just read that wrong. Recode Alive to bring back Decode Talker, which was banished, to also fight back. And at this time it was 2 counters, so of course Decode Talker increased by 1400. Add on the 300 power up that we got from the field spell that's happened. You can just imagine Decode Talker is powered up by a tremendous amount. And of course Decode Talker attack failed, and by this time Decode and Encoder Talker are both in the graveyard, and of course the Battle Buffer has got 3 counters on it. which makes Firewall Dragon's attack points all the way up to 7,200. I do not want to battle that monster. Sadly, Firewall Dragon already battled and failed, which leaves us one other card which has been sleeping in the graveyard for far so long. Parallel Port Armor, which gave Firewall Dragon a second attack. And of course, guys, that final attack was just beautiful. Because of the revolver's setup, his monster could not really be destroyed by battle. However, that doesn't stop the damage. As we all know from those memes from so long ago, my monster cannot be destroyed by battle, but the damage can still go through. Seriously, those memes are dead. I hope they are dead. I haven't seen them for a very long time, so let's keep them dead. But of course, guys, during the duel, there was a heart-to-heart moment with Playermaker unleashing what he has pent up, the rage he has against the Knights of Hyrule and why he's battling them. But from all that pent up energy, we all learned 3 serious moments. And not only that, these 3 things hit Revolver, hit Ghost Girl, stupid name, it hit Zaizen, I think that's his name, I forgot it for some reason. There's an image right there if you guys would like to correct me. It hit the probably the big bosses in the Hyrule base, which we learn later on our Revolver's dad and some other guy we don't know about. These 3 things are: there was an incident 10 years ago involving Playermaker, and it linked with the Knights of Hyrule somehow. This must have been a huge bit of information, because this is what really hit Revolver hard. 2. He is after revenge for his memory, or as he calls it, the time that he lost. So it might not be amnesia, they probably just took away something, or they took him away from something and it meant that he was used and he didn't even know. And 3, he will save his friend who saved him. Does this mean he made a friend while he was captured or used, and he got away but his friend was still there? And we don't even know who this guy is. Could he actually be Revolver? Because Revolver took this pretty hard. There is no telling what is going on here. But Revolver's dad literally uttered the word, "Fate is scary." After Revolver heard all that, and Playermaker revealed his heart. There is no way of knowing what's going to happen, but Revolver's definitely taking it hard, because he mentioned straight afterwards, Anon, that all of this is also linked to Soltec. So this is a bit of a triangle battlefield we've got here, with Soltec, Hyrule, and Playermaker. There's no telling what's going on here. Definitely know Playermaker's not on the side of Soltec, but he definitely battling the Knights of Hyrule. The Knights of Hyrule are battling Soltec and Playermaker on the side, and Soltec is battling the Knights of Hyrule, while also trying to figure out who Playermaker is. This is a 3-way battlefield here. There's so much fighting going on here. We're only going to get some bits of information flown past us before we can even figure out what on earth's going on. But from all this information, Revolver might have figured out who Playermaker is. Just from knowing 10 years ago, does that mean Revolver is the guy who saved Yusaku? Who is Revolver? Is he a used person as well? Manipulated into battling, and he never knew this the entire time? Is he actually the son of the leader of the Hyrule gang, or the Knights of Hyrule, but at the moment it seems like a gang? There are so many questions now up in the air, And it's all thanks to his character development. We're getting that depth in. No wonder VRAINS is becoming the most popular Yu-Gi-Oh series so far. But, of course, even with all this going around Revolver's head, he still honoured his agreement with playermaker and gave the playermaker the removal code. The code that they needed to save the Blue Angel, to get the hollow virus out of her so she can get logged out of Link VRAINS. Which of course she did, and awakened in the hospital with her brother right by her bedside, crying like they just got reunited after so long. That actually is the most heartwarming thing about that episode, really. It really tugged me in the feelings, guys. It really got me hard. I almost cried at that moment. I actually wanted to cry my eyes out when I saw that. It was just so beautiful. It was utterly beautiful. But then, of course, it got on edge sort of way. I know how to use words. As we see what the program I ate off Revolver, literally, I ate Revolver's arm. And you know what that arm held? Eye's body. So now Eye's got his bodies back. It's no longer an eyeball. But seriously, that is dark. Will 4Kids allow that? Or whatever company's got Yu-Gi-Oh now? I think 4Kids is dead. I'm not quite sure, I forgot. Or 4Kids is not as well known anymore. But literally, I ate the arm of Revolver. I hate to be the company that's gonna dub that. How are they gonna make that kid friendly? Eating a Revolver's arm. How are they gonna make that nice? I know they're in cyberspace and all, and they can probably get away with it because it should be well known that they're in a digital cyberspace. It's not affecting their real bodies, but still, yikes, yikes, yikes. That's it for this episode analyze and review, guys. What did you think of episode 12? Me? I enjoyed every moment of it. The character development, the detailing on the monsters, the battle, the information that was given to this episode. There was a lot going into Link VRAINS, and honestly, through this episode alone, I agree with a lot of people online that VRAINS is turning into one of the most best Yu-Gi-Oh series there is. It's literally right on top, along with, literally in my point of view, the original series and the 5D series. So the original 5Ds and VRAINS are literally the top three. I'm not going to say which order because that's going to take a lot of thinking. But yeah, it's literally right at the top here for all of that. And mostly, there's a whole lot of other reasons, guys, but let me know if you want me to make a video on why I think VRAINS is one of the good Yu-Gi-Oh series and why we should watch it. Let me know in the comment section below, or if I get bored I'll make it myself, but still, guys, leave a comment to let me know if you want me to make a video like that. But yeah, guys, this episode, again, 5 cards out of 5. Seriously, Konami, keep this up. We need good episodes like this. The next episode, of course, episode 13, is another episode where we probably won't get much duels, but we get a little more insight into the characters themselves. We see that Ghost Girl is literally sitting behind Yusaku, and they do not know that they're each other, that they know each other. It's stuff like this that really gets intense. From those previews, does she know that he's playermaker? We don't know, and that's what makes it ever more exciting. It's episodes like those that really get me pumped up. So yeah, guys, I'm now gonna try and cool off. Literally, that episode put me into a sweat, and it's literally making me want to go after more Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS cards. And I may as well say, guys, at the moment of this video, I have got myself the starter deck. However, I couldn't get any of the new booster packs because at the time of this recording, the new booster pack series that's out, Code of the Duelist, has been put onto shelves, but I couldn't get my hands on them because where I usually get my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, have not received them yet. So I will try and get my hands on them as soon as possible. But I do have some. But I did manage to get some other side stuff in case they don't right. But if not, there will be good, other good videos that I'll be able to make. So yeah, guys, I'm now gonna go working on the new starter deck and check out those glorious cards. So until next time, guys, this is me signing out. Bye bye.